It is the most celebrated aircraft on Earth. Air Force One. Air Mobility Command supports 2 no-fail missions, vital to U.S. national security. The number 1 mission is the nuclear mission. The number 2 mission is presidential airlift. These 2 missions are Mobility Airmen's highest priority. Air Force One and its subtle yet distinguished paint scheme, one-of-a-kind call sign, and ability to enable national interest through global transportation is operated and maintained by the Presidential Airlift Group, assigned to Air Mobility Command's 89th Airlift Wing, located at Joint Base Andrews, Maryland. The first flight of Air Force One was on January 11, 1943, when President Franklin D. Roosevelt flew to Morocco on a Boeing 314 Clipper. Roosevelt became the first president to travel abroad on an airplane as he flew to the Casablanca Conference. This record-setting journey paved the runway to a new age of presidential travel and the idea that a single military aircraft should be dedicated and reserved for this special air mission. In 1953, mid-air confusion over similar call signs between Eastern Airlines Flight 8610 and Air Force Flight 8610, which was carrying President Dwight D. Eisenhower, would change this special air mission forever. As a result, the call sign Air Force One was created and utilized anytime the President of the United States boarded an Air Force aircraft. In 1962, the first aircraft designed specifically for presidential travel entered into service. Special Air Mission, or SAM 26000, premiered the now famous Air Force One paint scheme and was the most technologically advanced aircraft used for presidential travel. SAM 26000 was just 1 year old when it carried President Kennedy home from Dallas, Texas, after his assassination. SAM 2 8000 and SAM 2 9000 have been in service since 1990 and have transported 5 active presidents across the globe. This aircraft and the airmen aboard were pushed to their limits on September 11, 2001.
There's numerous emergency action plans to take care of the president, and so we had to go ahead and start putting those plans into effect to make sure that everybody was ready to accept the president and get him where he needed to go. So at that point, we started heading out into the Gulf of Mexico to make sure we could keep him safe and get him away from the airliner traffic. Shortly after, the president made the decision he wanted to get on the ground so he could talk to the American people. My thought process throughout the whole thing was to get him to an Air Force base with high security. We could land and I could have all the capabilities I ever needed. You know, there were 300 folks that worked Air Force One, but more important, there were thousands of military that supported us day in, day out, that kept the president safe, that, you know, they're the ones that should be getting the big pat on the back and the big hug, because they did everything perfect to make it look seamless for all of us.
Mobility Airmen are committed to providing safe and reliable travel, logistics, aerial port services, security, and global air-to-ground communications with the President, senior U.S. leaders, and senior military leaders. This capability provides the opportunity for leaders to communicate and build partnerships. The level of professionalism and expertise found in the men and women of the 89th Airlift Wing represent the very best of the excellence found throughout the United States Air Force. The men and women of the 89th Airlift Wing continue their no-fail mission. There are hundreds of maintainers, aerial porters, security forces, and communication professionals ensuring the perfect execution of the Sam Fox mission. History is made with every Air Force One takeoff and landing. And this is possible because of the dedication of the men and women serving Air Mobility Command and the United States Air Force.